What's going on, guys? George here, and welcome to the Minecraft Forever World. Yeah, y'all guys enjoy that new logo? I know I do. I made that in Blockbench, and I made a few like iterations of it for like live streams and stuff, which it will get like shown off later. I'm not gonna show it in this because you gotta wait for the Forever World live streams when I do those. But welcome back to the Forever World. This is episode 17, I believe. Kind of recording things out of order because of that corn maze that I started last year. And no, this is not the corn maze video that y'all are thinking. You probably know that because of the thumbnail of what we're doing today. I need a break from building that. I need something to kind of get away from it because the burnout on that build is so incredible right now, mainly due to the fact that I've been struck with inspiration for the copper quarry. I think that is what we're going to be calling it from now on. Thank you to my good old buddy in Discord, Limix, for the name of copper quarry. That is the name of the town that will eventually go there, is Copper Quarry. We still have a lot of things in that area that needs to get built, like some here, you know what, let's just fly over there and I will show you what we need to get done today. Yeah, here, let me get into the safety of my villagers, which I have been working on getting more different types of villagers up and spread out, or not spread out, but bunch of different types of villagers up to the point to where we are almost at max capacity. Like, we got these guys here, clerics up here, and my librarians down here. We need to find a home for these villagers, which is why I think we should get the Happy Gas Station up. This is going to be the area we are working on today with this little section kind of right here. I'm gonna here, let me go back to regular self. I'm gonna pop up a like first person, or not first, a picture that I took in me drawing out the plan for this episode. And you guys, all y'all might see is like little colors and dots and stuff, but I'm gonna break it down for you real quick. The lime green spots are going to be where the big trees are, which, if you don't remember what the big trees look like, they look like this. Those are going to be the big trees that we're familiar with this region of of course it's raining and my explanation. God damn it. Anyway, continuing. Of course, you have the Happy Gas Station, which is going to be kind of more or less the focal point of this specific area, where the building will be built and everything will be ready and steady to go. And then you have the dark green spots. Those are where this is going to be a new oak tree kind of design for me, something that I'm testing. Baby oak trees to kind of fill in those smaller spaces that the big trees cannot fill in. And we'll have to add some in the region that we've already kind of made. There's still things I need to do that other region, but like I said, those could be saved for streams and other things too, if I really need to, or I can just do it off camera. The dark purple spot is where the horse stalls and the pasture for the horses are going to be, and it's going to be a fully fenced off area for the horses to roam and kind of just have fun. The lighter purple area is going to be a barn house for our lovely barn animals like chickens, pigs, cows, things like that, for the people of this region. There's probably going to be multiple barn areas throughout the region, just this is going to be where one of those areas. Like I said, I'm kind of taking it chunk by chunk with this because this is a big area and a lot has to happen for stuff to get done. And the dark gray spots are also going to be something new added to the region. I am going to try my best to make some rocks that I like. Again, trying to fill in those blank spaces that I have left. Like, for example, take a look real quickly at this terrain that I have here right now. This has a lot of blank spots in terms of grass, for one, which, again, all this stuff is stuff, like, for at least this specific section, I can go back and do off camera because we already have a video dedicated to doing this. So I think we could just go ahead and do it off camera and just have it done by the time I start the next section of this area. But I think with at least when we go through and decide to attack this side of the island of the overall copper quarry / copper district kind of area, we're going to have this area more filled in. So what we're going to do is basically what we want to do for the front end of this place, we're going to do to the side. And then eventually we'll go back and do the front. That's how that's going to work. But again, we're not doing the front at all. We're just going to worry about the side. The highlighted in yellow all around the edge is going to be sand. Because when I did terraforming, I had like sand layer at the bottom of the rock cliff face kind of. So I decided we're going to carry that up until most likely we get to where the honey grove is and where all that's going to happen. But the honey grove, we're not worrying about that today either, or anything of this sorts. We are just going to be working on this section. I'm not trying to overdo it or anything like that right now. So, it is nighttime real quick. I am going to sleep. And I think we should just get into our first material montage gathering of the video. And yeah, no, if you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Forever World stuff. I'm going to probably be working on a logo for the name of the copper quarry as what the city is going to be called once it is built. And the district itself is to also kind of copper quarry, if that makes, like, the geez, we should be going into material montage, but I'm just going to yap it anyway because I like to yap. So the relative areas of this region is kind of divided into little sections. You have the farmer's place, which is kind of like where the bridge starts, goes past Honey Grove, round about all the way up until you get to the quarry on that side. And then you have the quarry and the main city, which are kind of now together. And then you have the Honey Grove with the boat dock that's going to go there eventually. I sound like a complete madman, I feel like talking, but it makes sense in my brain. And eventually it'll make sense once it's all built and ready to go. But like I said, I got a corn maze to build after this at some point, so yeah. I'm going to stop yapping, and we are going to get into grinding all of the materials that we need for the buildings. Let's go. are back, and we've got a lot of materials for this one. I did not think it was going to be this many materials, but we got a lot of leaves, trees, happy gas station stuff, the grass terraform, which I need to go grab more stuff from, but I can do that once I'm actually doing the terraforming. These are for the rocks. This is for the beach. This is for the horse stable, which we need to grab a couple more things for that. This is for the barn. This is for the path. And this is just random bullshit. But I wanted to get started with this building behind me. If you do not know what this building is supposed to be, this is the Happy Gas train station. Or not train station, but the Happy Gas Station. And this is how the villagers that spawn in or whatever travel. Lore-wise, I guess, this is just how everybody in the world travels. These Happy Gas Stations are put into different biomes because of the different types of villagers, mainly so they can get around the world. And this little train station here is how people travel to the Happy Gas Station from the underground villager breeder that I have. And this is how it is done. The Happy Gas is here. You get on the Happy Gas and you ride. It will take you to wonderful and glorious places across the world. And one of those places being the city that will be going behind me at some point, or the nature forest that's going to go over there. Like I've said, I have plans. I have been thinking and thinking. The only thing is motivation. And right now, I've got the motivation to build this area. That corn maze is draining my very soul, and I want it done. But it's good to take a break and actually start working on the copper quarry and just this district in general, especially since this is basically the main district, or at least this connects to the main district that's going to go there. Swampport is basically the superpower of this world. It is full of magic and a bunch of other things, including a king who, yeah, we'll get to that. Anyway, let's get to building the station when it's daytime. So let's roll the Superfast building, and then we will give a tour of the place. Let's go. guys ready for the tour. We got the Happy Gas Station. This is the first station of the Happy Guest. We'll go inside here in a second, but as you see, there's a lot of copper area around because this is the main way copper is distributed around the region. This is where eventually you'll get to the copper, and as I'm kind of looking around, you got the Happy Gas Station sign here, so people from walking down the path that will eventually be down there, you could kind of see it. You got barrels for storage, more coppers, some like extra bookshelves outside. You come down here, got a little pathway that leads you to the main path, which will be finished once we actually get to that point. You got stairs everywhere, which, by the way, all the stairs and stuff have been a honeycomb to try and reduce server lag. And yeah, and then you got this area which has the rail leading to the underground. Oh, we're gonna have to fix that at some point. But it has the railroad that leads to where the villagers are, and basically all these stations are, they mainly be like they have villager breeders underneath. The villagers get shipped off via Happy Guest, and yeah, this seems like it's a good building. Like, I honestly wasn't sure how I was feeling about it until I got like some of the details put in, and of course you got the copper, and also I am waiting on these to fully oxidize. While I'm in this area, they should oxidize over time. And also while I'm building the rest of the place, because I was tired on trying to wait for it to oxidize before. And here, let's run back upstairs, and now I'll give you a tour of the inside of the building. When you enter, you got the Happy Gas Station sign, and you come in, you got the front desk here with reception and a book and quill that is the station logs, which we have our first station, which I need to put the chords of where technically this station is in here. And it's so the guy who works at this station that lives upstairs knows the different locations of the other stations, so he knows where to go if needed. And got a bunch of shelves here with a bunch of books and different things like that. By the way, these are just regular books, they're not written in books. And then you come upstairs to this. Oh, I forgot about. Okay, I could get this finished later. I'll probably just do it in between. I forgot that I did not do the walls. I meant to, but yeah, no, this is the upstairs. And yeah, once all of the wood gets put in, it'll look better, but I didn't realize I didn't do that. I thought it did. Uh-oh. But yeah, it's got an ender chest up here and a bed, just so like if I'm in the area, I can come up here and sleep, or if I need something, I got my ender chest I can access. But yeah, this is actually a really cool small little spot, and I'm actually happy with the interior of this place because I'm not that good at interior design. So this is pretty cool, pretty neat. And I like the station outside. It gives very gassed feels. And oh, I'm realizing how much I need to detail that house, but we can save that for when we're fixing up this side, because I think that's what we'll eventually do, is we'll have to come over and fix up this section of the island before I continue with the rest of it. But that's not, again, that's not what we're doing today. We're not doing that today. No, 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 no. I don't know why I keep doing that. There we go. And by the way, sorry, like, I don't know if I said this. Sorry for the fan noise in the background. It's just very hot in my room right now. But yeah, I think what our next step should be either, I think we do another building, and I think we are going to do the barn, I think, which is going to go right over in this section. It's going to be a pretty small barn because, I mean, we're probably going to have multiple barns kind of set up around the region as well. Multiple stables and things like that. So I think this will be a good spot for one. Without further ado, since we already have the resource for it, let's just keep building. The barn is done. Oh, hey, look at that little Nautilus in the background. I still need to get me one of those. But not today. We focusing. We gotta focus in. Lock in. Anyway. But, yeah, no, the barn is done. It is full with animals. I do need to, continue to breed them up and stuff, but yeah, no, I mean, it's not, it's nothing like too crazy. It is just a little red barn for animals, and it's got like some hay up at the top. It's got pathway in. You can come in and see the animals. The animals have a little bit of free roam for each one. Like the sheep can graze here. The pigs, they can do whatever they want. And yeah, no, I actually really do like the build, especially from like this angle. I love seeing the happy gas station here, and then once we get like the horse stables set up as well, to where they can graze this kind of area as well, it's gonna be pretty cool. But I do think the next bit we probably should tackle is getting the beach outline probably put in, and the path also just fully put in and made, because the quicker we get like that done, the quicker we can get to getting the little details in the path, and also getting the trees and everything put in. Because I think also while we're doing this process, what we're gonna do is with my glowstone go around and light up this area and the hill, and probably a little bit of up top here as well, just to kind of get the mob spawning to a minimum, because eventually what I want for this area is full spawn proof, but that can't happen until we just start putting more into the place anyway. So yeah, no, I definitely think I'm gonna go around, kind of get a little bit of beach going and a perimeter setup of that, and then once I get that done, we're gonna fill in the path, and also probably while I'm doing the path, like put in the light post, like kind of like what you see here a bit, and what's actually supposed to go right here is another one, but yeah, getting the light post put into the pathways, and just getting all the like basic stuff done. So, yeah, no, just let me know what you guys think of this barn. Kind of also like with the same with the Happy gas station as well. Both of these buildings to me look pretty cool. I definitely think I like the Happy gas station. The building when I first started it was like okay to me at first, but it is growing on me the more and more I look at it. Also, I want to mention this just kind of as a fun little detail for the regions of the world that eventually end up happening. I'm going to try and stick to their biome diversities as much as I can. Like having temperate cows and plains biomes and things like that. But like for stuff like the bull or like the warm cow and the cold chickens, I kind of want to keep as a universal thing. The main ones that I'm like, oh yeah, it could be just in their own biomes is kind of just the counterparts that don't look cool or don't look like they could fit in every biome. Like the bull, that is literally just a bull. That looks nice. It goes well with the regular cows as well, and also and things like that. But I gotta get to grinding because technically this video for me is supposed to be done by tomorrow, and I spent too long on Arc Raiders and also just lounging around all day today when I was meaning to do this. So sorry if the video comes out a little earlier, but it was fun arcing it with the boys. All right, the path is done. Let's take a look at it. Ignore that. This is just me planning out the. That's just me planning out the some stables. But yeah, no, this is the path of this area completely filled out and done. I've went through and added the street lights and the spawn proofing and things like that around. The only thing that really isn't spawn proof is this middle bit here, but I am going to be throwing like a tree or something there. Also, thunderstorm happened and these guys popped out of nowhere, so I'll have to either bring them to the nether or do something with them at some point. And then I got these like different carts around as well. You got copper being hauled probably from the quarry, the hay bales from like just farms, and then over here honey from the honey grove that will soon be built over there. And yeah, no, you just got a lot of carts. I need to get horses for the copper cart and the honey cart, but That's where this is going to come in. The plan for the stables is to have like these 4 spots here for like horses that I deem like more important. And then this open bit is where I can just leave breeded horses. Like I think I want to get one of every variation of horse, no matter stats, at some point. And this would be a good spot to put them. But this is for like Nelly, which is my horse that I got on a stream. She is over here. I don't even know if it'll render her in or not because of how far away. Yeah, it won't. Alright, real quickly, let's fly over there so I can show you Nelly. But we're basically building a spot for now for Nelly, which is my first actual horse that I still haven't really used yet, and that's mainly because there's no roads or anything so far connecting to anywhere besides like this place. And eventually that'll change. Eventually we will have roads connecting all throughout the land. But for now, we need to just have a spot for that horse to stay so it doesn't have to remain on the lead as much. And yeah, I think these stables will be a good spot. As you see, I've gotten an outline kind of going as a blue kind of pattern. And I've also been marking out the fence because this is going to be a pretty big area for the horses, because I do plan on putting a decent amount of horses in here at some point. And maybe I could just, for now, that's where the skeleton horses can go. I can make sure like they're all tamed and good to go. And yeah, it is like 1:03 a.m. So I might get some sleep, but this is just so I don't have to record a bit in the morning to say that I'm going to be doing the montage of this. So I'm probably going to sleep, wake up in the morning, and then get to the grinding of building this stables. So future me in the morning, let's go. The horse stable's done. Pretty cool. I mean, it's not much of an interior. I mean, it's just a horse stable. It's also drastically weird, like different in color. It's got a more bluish tone to it. And, yeah, I mean, we got horses all around here moving around, having fun. They'll get more filled up eventually. And we also have like our barn animals and stuff. Nothing up here. I just lit it up, but there's not going to be much up there. But yeah, no, as like a kind of cool little horse stable, we got that. I've also, went around and outlined kind of where rocks, small trees, and big trees and stuff can go. Because if we come over here and we sit right here for a good minute, and then whoa, there we are. The terrain of this area is done, and I'm just gonna like kind of take a walk through, and we gotta bypass around that ginormous copper wagon shipping copper around. Got a little open area so you can view the sea. Kind of walk in this area, you come in here. Got your we've put Nelly in the stables over here. And we've got some horses, donkeys, mules, all going around with that tree. Sheep, a bunch of flowers and stuff over here. And more bitty trees. We got our barn here with all of our barn friends that are right now hanging out outside. And we got our way up to the Happy Gas Station. We keep going this way. See a little bit of the open coastline over here as well as we're walking around. Got this nice little hill with the big tree surrounded by a lot of the mini trees. Just keep going. It's pretty cool. Like, this side is a lot more of a work in progress, mainly because the other districts like the other stuff that's going to go like up here or down here, like with the honey grove where my honey farm and all that's going to be in the shipping dock on this side. That stuff is still work in progress, which is why this area looks a lot more plain when you're kind of walking through it. I tried getting a lot of that terraining done, but not gonna lie, I am very proud of how this area turned out, and it really makes me want to go back and do this side again. And yeah, I mean, this is really good. I mean, there's a lot of flowers. And I think that's what makes it really cool, is like it's a cool little flower forest. You got the little tree stump there, which there's not a fallen tree because that tree has been taken somewhere else that will be built later in the future. You got the Happy Gas Station, which the more and more I look at it, surrounded by the trees and the terrain, I'm really liking the build. It's got its interior, and you got a pier which has a sleeping spot for when it turns nighttime. And yeah, and also like the trees and stuff. I did a little bit of a redesign on the trees. They're a lot simpler in terms of design, but not really puffy. They're still more like savanna trees, which whatever. I've added a couple of them with curves and stuff like that. That tree is pretty tall. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool, and I love the way that you kind of transition from this more foresty looking area into like the more farmland-esque, which I need to add a couple of tiny trees and a couple of rocks and touch up this area to where it actually looks a lot nicer. But overall, it is really good, and I'm very proud of how this turns out, because yeah, I mean, you feel definitely a lot more immersed into the biome and the in this region of the world, and especially once like you're gonna have this more natural, simplistic area compared to the big mega kind of swamped town that's gonna go over there eventually. It's like it's gonna look so much nicer, and just running through this place makes me a lot happier. And you even got like the little bits of wild grass and the dirt and stuff like that, because this is going to eventually build up towards the bigger stuff. Like this is again more of the farming-esque kind of area, and this is where the bigger town of the area is going to be, which is the copper quarry town. Like you're going to have your massive mining quarry here that's going to lead into the town, and you're going to have the honey grove area here, which produces the honey of the region. You're going to have your blacksmith, stonemason building here where all the stone and stuff gets whatever. It's like overall it's pretty cool build, or it's a pretty cool area, and I think that is a good time to end the video. I mean, where the build's done, and I think this is a good comeback for the Forever World in 2026, because I kind of got very burnt out of the corn maze which caused me not to build anything because I felt like I needed to build that first before. But I think I will just keep working on that in the background, plus doing little bonus projects and stuff. Like, I'll probably need to get a couple farms and stuff going, so it makes the process of building stuff like this a lot easier. And also, we do have the Tiny Takeover update coming out probably sometime either in this month or April, would be my guess. So we also got that coming out, which is also going to help detailing this area as well, because not gonna lie, I have farmer villagers that I can buy food from. I don't need animals, so the animals in this pen are not for, like, survival-esque, like I don't need to kill them for food. They're mainly for, just chilling. And, yeah, maybe, like, Forever World, some babies make a golden dandelion farm, I don't know, and one of these windmills back here, most likely that birch one. And, yeah, I think that's where I'll leave it. And also, running through here at night is so cool. I love it. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. I am trying to hit 700 before the end of the year. I've upped it from last year, even though I didn't really reach the 500 goal, but still. Trying to hit 700. And, if you enjoy the Minecraft content and also other content, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Make sure you go check out the Resident Evil series. That's probably just finished wrapping up by the time you're watching this. And, yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.